don't know about you guys, but doesn't it seem like the Eagles' window is just opening while the Dallas Cowboys' window is quickly closing? Dallas still stinks. You're right the way, King Dingbat here, and you know what? There is nothing like the NFC East. There is nothing like the rivalries in the NFC East. I hate Washington. I hate the Giants. I hate Dallas. I hate them all. And you know what? They hate us. And I'm okay with it. I actually respect a Dallas Cowboy fan who hates the Eagles because I hate their team. Totally respect it, okay? And now we're in a situation where I think the Eagles are in a spot where their window to being a Super Bowl contender is quickly opening and should be open for a long time. While you got the Dallas Cowboys, it looks like their window is closing ever so quickly, okay? Now, before we get into all this, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe for Eagles daily content, NFL daily content. Even if you're a rivalry, you'll want to subscribe because you don't want to miss out when we go head-to-head. You're going to want to know where to find me. And if you've been subscribed for a while, just double check, double moonwalk check. Make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube's been acting gagoots, and they unsubscribe people unknowingly, so just double check. Now, one other thing I want to say before I get into this video is that for those who've been wanting me to do more live streams and things like that of late, I should be doing those starting again Thursday. I'm expecting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we're going to start doing a bunch more. This beginning of this week is pretty hectic. As you're watching this video right now, I'm actually out of town. I filmed this video the night before, I posted it because I'm out of town. My father-in-law passed away, as you guys know, a few weeks ago, and they're finally doing the services for him today on Tuesday, so that's where I am. Should be back late tonight, and then Wednesday, just got to take care of some stuff, and then Thursday, we're going to hit the ground running again. So look for those streams to come back most likely on Thursday. Now, in this video, what I primarily want to talk to is the reality of the situation with the 2022 season, because I see a lot of especially Mark Holmes, a lot of Mark Holmes, Michael Anthony, where's the fitness? A lot of crying about Eagle fans, a lot of videos with Philly 500 in the title, and there's a fear, there is a worry when it comes to Dallas Cowboy fans, not all but some, because what they're seeing is a Philadelphia Eagles team that's on the rise. A Philadelphia Eagles team that is so much better than they were the year before. Did Dallas beat us the first game of the season? Yeah, they beat the crap out of us. There's no question about it. Do I have an excuse for it? No. I don't have an excuse for it. I don't want to give an excuse for it, but I can. I can easily tell you that early in the season, the Eagles weren't the same team that they were at the end of the year because they totally, completely, 100% changed their offense to become a run-first offense, which was actually playing to their strength of their offensive line, which they didn't do earlier in the year when they played Dallas. I could give you that excuse, but I don't want to, but we can do it. And in the second game of the season, it's simple. The Eagles didn't play their starters. You can laugh at it, you can shoo it, but that's the truth. The Eagles didn't play their starters in the second game. Now, they might have lost anyways. I'm not going to sit there and say that they were going to win. We had a lot of holes. We had a lot of issues back then. But things have changed. In a matter of one off season, the Philadelphia Eagles are a totally different team. And it looks like the Dallas Cowboys are too. I mean, when you look at the Eagles, and let's say you look at the offensive side of the ball, the Eagles have gotten better at the wide receiver position. I think they've gotten better on the offensive line. They have gotten, they're still the same good running team that they were beforehand. They got a great left side of the offensive line. They got a great tight end. So really, if you look at the Eagles offensively, right, and we'll take the quarterback out of the equation for a second. Eagles are better at wide receiver than Dallas. Eagles are better at the offensive line than Dallas. Eagles are better at tight end than Dallas. Eagles are better, I'd say running game. I can say Dallas has a slightly better backs, but the Eagles running game is more effective. Definitely more effective. So, offensively, the Eagles have gotten better. And when you look defensively, the Eagles have two gaping holes. They have a hole at safety. They have a hole at corner. Hopefully there's enough time to fix that, okay? But the Eagles still have gotten a lot better defensively than they were a year ago. Dallas has Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons goes out. He has, 13 sacks last year. 64 solo tackles, which is really good. I mean, I'm not going to take anything away from Micah Parsons. I think he may be the best young player in the division. Okay? So I'm not going to take anything away from him. But when you look at the Eagles and what they did, from a sack perspective, they've really negated a lot of Micah Parsons' sacks, or what the Eagles would lose out by not having a guy like that, and they got Hassan Reddick. Hassan Reddick is no slouch. Hassan Reddick had 11 sacks last year. He had 12 and a half the year before. He played on two different teams with double-digit sacks. So Hassan Reddick greatly improves the Eagles' passing, rushing defense. Their pass rush should be way more improved. Secondly, the linebacking core has gotten better. The addition of Kaiser White, then you get Nakobe Dean in the draft, which was a total steal. Improves the linebacking core. So the Eagles' pass rush is better than it was a year ago. I think I would put the Eagles' defensive line up and their pass rush up against Dallas. I really would. Because after Parsons, who do you got? The Eagles are still throwing out Fletcher Cox. Brandon Graham's coming back. Josh Sweat has been up and coming. You still have Javon Hargrave. The Eagles can throw the rotation, not to mention Jordan Davis, the rookie that every Cowboy fan wanted until the Eagles drafted him. Now, all of a sudden, he stinks. So, I think the Eagles' pass rush is better. You want to say that the Dallas' linebackers are better than us? All right, fine. Not all that much better than us. Trevon Diggs, right? They always want to talk about Diggs. Darius Slay is a better corner than Diggs. Diggs is a chance taker. He gets more turnovers because he takes more risks, but he allows a lot more yards than Darius Slay. So Darius Slay is a better corner, in my opinion, overall than Diggs. Where Dallas, I think, is a little better than us is that second corner and that safety right now. That's the positions where we got to improve. And I'm sure Dallas is going to look to improve their defensive line. There's a lot of talk that they could be the front runners for Jadeveon Clowney. So there's still time for both teams to continue to build this thing. We are not there yet. But if you look at what the Eagles have done, okay, with the additions of A.J. Brown, Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis, when you look at the draft the Eagles have had, the Eagles, they are young, and their window is just opening. What it comes down to for the Eagles and for Dallas is the quarterback position. This is where it's all going to come down to. The quarterback position. Can Jalen Hurts take the next step? That is a question. I view Jalen Hurts as a good quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback, but is he a franchise quarterback? I think there's elite, franchise, good, okay, bad. I think he's good. Now he's got to prove that he could be a franchise quarterback. Okay? But you know what? Dak Prescott, he might have had great regular seasons, but he's got a lot to prove too. Because you're talking about a guy, 7 years into the NFL, and he's got one playoff win? Like, he's literally done nothing in the playoffs, done nothing in the big moments. He's choked. They've lost 2 playoff games at home that they should never have lost. So, to me, Dak Prescott has to prove that he can win in the playoffs. Jalen Hurts has to prove that he can be that quarterback, be a guy to build a franchise around. And if he's not, here's the thing. If he's not, the Eagles will go out and find their quarterback. And when the quarterback comes in, he's coming into a situation where you got Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Quez Watkins. You have a hell of an offense ready to go. Oh, by the way, one of the best offensive lines in football. So the reason why, Eagle fans, you're seeing a lot of Cowboy fans angry, a lot of them pissed off, is simple. They're pissed off because they know what we're doing is right. I mean, they hated their draft. They absolutely hated their draft picks. Did they not? When Tyler Smith got taken, they flipped out. First of all, they flipped out when we took Jordan Davis. Then they flipped out when they took Tyler Smith, and they should have. It was a horrible pick. Then in round 2, they take Sam Williams. He may turn out to be a decent player. I'm not going to lie. Especially after losing Randy Gregory, which is why I think they could be a player in Jadeveon Clowney. But, I mean, they really didn't have a great draft. If you look at the Eagles draft, you come away with Jordan Davis, who Dallas wanted. You come away with A.J. Brown, 24-year-old established wide receiver already. Then you have Cam Jurgens, offensive lineman, looking like he's going to play right away at right guard. And then you have Nakobe Dean, another guy that the Cowboy fans kept saying they wanted until we drafted him. So the Eagles are young. They're talented all over. And it lies on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts. And that is why when you look at the Eagles and you look at Dallas, you see that they're taking two different paths. That's why when a guy like Mark Holmes has to come and compare the two teams, like he did the other day in a video, he only can talk about what happened last year. He can't talk about the moves that were made by the Eagles this year. So, this video is kind of my response to his video, because I thought his video really left out a lot of important things, like getting A.J. Brown, okay? Like getting Jordan Davis, like getting Hassan Reddick. You can't just say, oh, well, this team is ranked here and here because, you know why? That's what it was last year. That's where their statistics last year. It's a new year. You've added new players. The problem is the Eagles have added the players. Dallas have really lost the players. And so, yes, Dallas is taking a couple steps back. The Eagles are going to take a couple steps forward. And we're going to find out if the Eagles took enough steps forwards to overtake Dallas for the division. I think they did. Just as sure as I'm sure that Zeke Elliott is probably stuffing his face with Ben DiNucci cooking, I'm sure of it. I'm sure that the Eagles are ready to overtake Dallas for this division. So, Eagle fans, you want to know why people like Mark Holmes are mad and upset? Because the Eagles took a bunch of steps forward this offseason. Dallas is on the way back. And listen, they got a quarterback making a ton of money. Their window is closing. Ours is just opening. So get ready for domination over the many years. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat, and it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. And let me tell you something. We talked about Dallas here, but don't think I forgot about Washington. I haven't forgot about Washington at all. I know Carson Wentz is there. I know we're going to play him twice a year. And I haven't forgot how he quit on our team. I haven't forgot how he asked for a trade. I haven't forgotten that I gave him the greatest nickname in the history of the NFL, the North Dakota Assassin, and he bailed on us. I haven't forgotten. And I'm going to take it out on him. We are going to take it out on him twice this year. He better be ready for the beating of his lifetime. Fumble here, fumble there, fumble all over the place. That's what's going to happen. Carson fumble. That's what it's going to be. We're coming for the meats. Denzel Washington, out.